Hey everyone, how are you today? This is Sherry at Soul Conscious, and this is going to be your soul weather weekly forecast, where we're going to just get a general message for this upcoming week, see what comes out for the general, for the collective. If you find this reading, there's probably something meant for you. So this is timeless, so whenever you find it, it's probably meant for you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, well, maybe I'll catch you on the next one. Because if you hit that like button or subscribe to my channel, it shares your energy with me. And when you share your energy with me, then I'm able to pick up on it for future readings, because it makes that connection so that I can pick up on your energy better. So thank you for everyone that decided to come and join us this week. I love you all and appreciate everybody that takes the time to join us for these weekly forecasts, where we're just gonna, see what's up for the week. Let's see what's up. So, okay. Well, it looks like the universe wants to talk about a love relationship that maybe there's definitely talking about spying. It looks like I see there's been deception, like there's some uncertainty. But you know what? I think I'm going to have to do some clarification. Let me do a little bit of clarification. So what I'm looking like, the story that wants to come out for this coming week is around a love relationship, and it looks like trying to move away from or get out of deceptive behavior, because I have the Seven of Swords with the Six of Swords there. And so it looks like to me, with the lovers, so it's definitely talking about relationship, a love situation. And I'm seeing this as, trying to move away, because it's de-escalating. So there's been a lot of spying and definitely some pride and ego, stubbornness. I definitely see some stubbornness, pride and ego that's gotten in the way of a connection. There's definitely been some lies and deception with that Seven of Swords energy. And then we go on to the Six of Swords energy, which, like I said, is a de-escalation, but it's like trying to move away from that Seven of Swords energy, or get out of that Seven of Swords energy. So maybe something can come together. So let's see if there's anything else we want to pull on this. I'm going to go ahead and get clarification on some of these cards and see what comes up with them. So what do we got around the spying, please? This Page of Swords. So, yeah, Page of Swords. Go ahead and clarify this. And it looks like we have the King of Cups and the World. So it's definitely with that King of Cups clarifying, this spying energy or researching energy. But I'm really picking up on spying. There's probably been a lot of spying in this situation, which caused some standoffishness. But there's definitely a lot of love here, and it's even showing like this need for change. There was a need for change, and it seems like that it was around, there was this deception. I'm picking up on the deception, because this can be different things, Seven of Swords, but I really am picking up on that, like him sneaking away, especially when it's followed and suited right there by that Six of Swords of moving away from choppy waters, trying to move away from that deception. Both those cards are moving away from this connection. Because, so on the front side of this, I have, that spying energy with a little stubbornness, like, a little bit of hard-headed stubbornness, pride, ego, because I'm really picking up that this person or persons is, or if this is you, it can, roles can be reversed for sure, is not communicating because they're too busy spying. And because they're spying, they're kind of being, not wanting to come forward and communicate with the situation to bring it together. Or maybe they don't even know what to say in the situation. Let's go ahead and clarify this Emperor, please. Can I clarify this Emperor? Oh, there, go ahead and got it already. So I have the Moon, which is that deception, and the Ten of Swords. So, the Ten of Swords can talk about, something that's coming to an end. So maybe, this person that's been doing the spying and been sitting in the stubborn energy, well, it's caused them a lot of burden. The spying has caused them a lot of burden. And it looks like they're wanting to bring an end, this kind of, whatever has been hidden under the Moon, this deception. It looks like, wanting to kind of end or bring an end to this kind of deceptive energy. Like I said, moving away from this deceptive energy is really what the message I'm getting, because the more this person spies on you, or if this is you, the more they feel the love, the more they feel the distance, the love, that things are changing, because, we have that World card there. So feeling like things are changing, because what follows the world is the Fool. So it's like, it's a cycle coming to an end, something coming to an end, and a new beginning happening. Can we clarify this Lovers card, please? Go ahead and clarify. So, yeah, manifesting. I have the Magician with the Five of Pentacles. So manifesting, wanting to bring this back together, wanting to bring this situation back together. And it really is telling the story, because, like I said, I have on on the one side leading up to the Lovers card, which is the relationship, if this is you or them, somebody's spying, and because of that spying, like I said, that there's been a little bit of standoffishness, a little bit stubborn, prideful, and not wanting to communicate, which probably caused that Ten of Swords energy. And but the spying made, like I said, whoever is doing that spying, or it could be both of you for that matter, it's, they have, that person or both of you have a lot of love to share in this. And so the deception, to clarify the deception was around choices in love. So it looks like, I don't have any threes on the table yet. Let me go ahead and clarify this Six of Swords. So the Seven of Swords was clarified with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups. So it was around choices in love, that there were these choices, and that caused, I think there was some hidden stuff around, like maybe somebody was looking at other options, and that caused this kind of a little bit of Seven Swords deceptive energy, caused that deceptive energy. And then for the the Six of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So it's being in that again, almost that, well, definitely wanting love. And like I said, I feel like, toward the end here, we were moving away, trying to move away from this deceptive behavior, or wanting to move away from this deceptive behavior. And if this is you, it could have been that your partner, was looking at other options, and that caused this kind of issue, where you wanted that to end, and it caused the distance, or the moving away energy, away, kind of moving apart. Not necessarily, like completely. I do have the Five of Pentacles here, so it can be that separation, that it did cause a separation, but somebody is trying to manifest, trying to change this situation, and wants to bring an end to this, to the cycle of, wanting someone to not have choices, and bring their cup of love into the situation, to kind of start that love again, and bring something to balance. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get an oracle card. So it really seems to me like this is not the typical messages I do for these soul weather forecasts, but it's what came through, and I'm really feeling that this was something that needed to be heard by somebody, that there is somebody, if you're this person that there has been this separation, just know that this person, that it looks like, and there wants to be a resolution. I'm going to say this is probably your person is wanting to, I'm really feeling it's the other person has, the separation and spying has caused them to have stronger feelings and want to end the problems, because they don't like being out in the cold. They're manifesting, not, like trying to get out of the cold. And they know that moon energy, the things they've kept hidden, and which is their choices, because they were looking at other options and they kept that hidden, it put them in this Ten of Swords energy. And then, that Queen of Wands energy, they could, it's almost like somebody was, like trying to be a little playful with maybe flirting with some other people, and moving toward people with their cup of love in a flirty way, and it caused some issues. I definitely see that. So I know if this is you, just understand that the more they're spying on you and the more distance there is between you, it is making them, want to end whatever behavior they were in, and it's causing them to feel more love for you, is what I'm really picking up on. And I don't, like I said, these soul weather forecasts are typically not supposed to be meant to be love readings. They're supposed to be more general, but that's what one came through, so that's what we're going to go with for this week, because this seems like it's probably more specific than generalized for somebody. And then so what we have is the 3, which this is the Enchanted Map Oracle, and I have the Wizard of Awareness. So being aware of what's going on. And I felt that in this energy, it really ties back of feeling this need for, like I said, moving away. The reading ended with this wanting to move away from this deception. So it's this need for awareness. And we did have the magician there, so that manifestation, and this is, the wizard of awareness, and being aware of what's going on in the situation, and even with that spying, like that spying energy is that kind of being aware, like you're spying on someone to get awareness, to gain clarity. And so it ties back to, like gaining wisdom and insight in the situation and how to maybe resolve this, because it can go both ways. I think it's up to you whether you want to entertain it or not. Because I think there's definitely a need to move away from that deceptive behavior, like I said, and into the choices, so it seems like somebody really needs to, I think that the lovers can be a choice too in love, but I don't have any cards of like indecision. It just looks like somebody has because they had choices and options in love, or were entertaining options and choices in love, it caused an issue. It caused this, Five of Pentacles being separated and out in the cold, these lovers being separated and out in the cold. And it led to some deceptive, sneaky behavior in a way. So I'm going to go ahead and say that wants to be the reading. Like I said, typically these aren't meant to be love readings, but that I'm just going with it because it wants to come out. So if this resonates with you, please, hit that like button and comment down below and let me know if this is resonating with you, because it's really interesting. So I typically, what I do now is go ahead and go through the days of the week and get a mood for every day, just to set the tone for the days of the week. Get a little message that wants to come through. So we're going to start with Sunday and go on through Saturday. Feel free to watch these if you want. It's just a little extra something to kind of set what our overall mood is going to be for like the days of the week and the week in general. So this is our mood for Sunday, which is kind of a so indifferent mood, just not, nothing special. And then we have it looks like, thinking about love as this pertains, because I'm trying to tie this into the general message that came across. Just thinking about romance. It looks like, finances may be on your mind. There may be, something that a purchase. I'm really getting a purchase that might come up that catches you by surprise, or that, somebody may ask you for some money. Like around Sunday, somebody might ask you for, so that's what's just the extra messages for Sunday. And then Monday, we have, 2 cards came out. So it's a little bit of thinking about things, but I think that this is really telling me, mindset is going to be really important starting this week and probably through this week. I think mindset and especially tying back, like, be careful of how you're thinking, whether you're, how you're thinking, and put your mindset, like I see this as being cautious of how you're thinking. Look at how you're thinking. Are you thinking negatively? Are you thinking positively? And then, you want to be in this thinking positively, being grateful, having a lot of gratitude. I think that that's super important this week. I'm really picking up, especially like with this reading, with this love reading that came out as the general message, I think this Wizard of Awareness, I'm drawn back to this, is if I can pick the card up, this Wizard of Awareness, I'm really picking up, that it kind of draws back to the, this, it kind of is similar to this energy of really thinking and looking at things. But I see it as how awareness of how you're thinking. Are your thoughts? Are you being grateful? Are you being negative? Are you taking action on stuff, or are you procrastinating? It's really looking at things and examining. And if you want to tie it back to this situation with love, as far as this love situation goes, if you believe that something can be fixed, if you're in the right frame of mind, and it looks like somebody is trying to get in the right frame of mind, or at least, like I said, wants to get past the deceptiveness and what's been going on in this situation. So if you think positively, then the way you're thinking is what's going to attract what you want to you. So you're more likely to have the outcome that you want if you're thinking from that it's going to happen from a positive standpoint than a negative standpoint. So let's go ahead and see if there's just anything else maybe you want to add a little bit to this message. It looks like, just I'm gonna say thinking, oh man, those really wanted to pop out. So I really am looking at, I think this is interesting. I'm so high energy right now. I had to take a breath. I'm getting a little bit worked up. So it's like this need for balance and balancing out, things. I think that you're going to have the ability to have some insight come through. Like I said, I keep getting drawn back to this wizard of awareness, and I get, this insight, like a need for insight, or that you're gonna have insight on something if you're kind of being in that awareness, that state of awareness is what I'm getting the need to do. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm trying to kind of go through these quick, because I don't know if people actually enjoy watching these moods. I haven't gotten any feedback, so I'm not sure if it's something people enjoy me doing or not. So right now I'm just going to keep doing them because, that's what it's all about, is just to kind of get the mood. So what do we got for Tuesday? What's our mood for Tuesday, please? So a little bit of cloudiness, thinking on things. I think that's, it's still that going back to that analyzing wizard of awareness, I feel this is a little bit up in our heads, being a little bit probably up in our heads, thinking about things, maybe, that insight, trying to gain insight into this general message with love resonated with you, gaining insight, which could be that spying energy. You spy, you're trying to find out answers, and then I have the money card coming out again. So it's like, I'm really picking up on somebody, somebody might be around you, needing some help with stability, that might be reaching out looking for money or needing money around you. That's what I'm really getting. I'm not getting that as money coming toward you, or you're going to have an expense come up out of the blue this week that you're not expecting to have. Something might, cost a little bit more than you planned, or somebody might ask you for money. I'm really picking that up. It's come out twice now. So that, this week, I think that might, okay, I'm not feeling anything else wants to come through for Tuesday. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to Wednesday and see what our mood for Wednesday is going to be. What's our mood for Wednesday as we go into hump day and get through the middle of the week? What is that middle of the week mood going to be? What are we going to be feeling like? What kind of energy are we going to be sitting in? And what's that one? Okay, so like a lot better energy. Definitely something I'm getting this as catching your eye. Something catches your eye. And again, I'm drawn back to that Wizard of Awareness. I keep getting drawn back to this Oracle card, this Wizard of Awareness, that it's going to be something, you know, we also had that Insight card, and I feel like this is gaining insight, a new perspective. It's an aha moment. It's something unexpected happening that it's going to make you feel good. As we get into the middle of the week, I think, you know, feeling really good. But gotta be cautious. Again, I'm getting a caution of not overthinking things and being up in your head where you're, watch that stinking thinking, you know, watch your stinking thinking, you know, make sure it's not negative. And then, like I said, I got that came out again and I even said, you know, that I felt that you're going to have an insight about something. There's going to be this insight this week. And even maybe some reflections on things, and probably maybe even reflecting on this situation. If this general message, love situation was something that came up for you, you know, if it resonated with you, then, you know, there might be a little bit of reflecting on what happened and gaining some clarity and insight on that. But I really am getting, this week is going to be really important on the way we're thinking, like whether we're thinking positively, negatively, whether we're, you know, like overthinking things, or whether we're taking you know, like procrastinating, taking action, whether we're grateful or we're sitting in an energy of, you know, like misery and that, like I said, stinking thinking. That's what we want to avoid that. That's what I'm really picking up, that it's going to be really critical this week, in general, to not get up in your head, not think negatively, be very grateful for everything, you know, count your blessings and realize how blessed you truly are. And if there's anything that you want to start and take action on, anything that you want to do this week, now is the time to do it. It's time to do it. It's time to take action. We're in Aries season. We just, you know, this is Aries season. We're just having this new moon in Aries, which is just, it's all about, you know, just take action, do something bold, change your life, you know, do something interesting. So this is Thursday, and Thursday we're going back to that energy that we had on Tuesday. So it's like a little bit of ups and downs. So we might be having a little bit of ups and downs, like good days and bad days, and not really super bad days, just kind of like probably a little bit challenged about being out, staying out of our heads and staying positive. So it's like kind of a little bit of emotions being a little, I'm not going to say up and downs, because I don't feel it being roller coastery as much as just, you know, a lot of things on our mind, crossing our mind, thinking about, contemplating about a lot of stuff. And I'm really getting, you know, like a kind of back to that, not procrastinating. And I kind of see as this is, you know, like this can be that foggy thinking of cloudy thinking, cloudy judgment, not, you know, not wanting to take action, like almost like being a little distracted. Because if you look at this guy's eyes, he's like looking away, kind of looking up and away, like kind of distracted by, you know, probably like his thoughts or other things, and he's not really paying attention and being present to what's around him. So that's what I really feel is, you know, like the mood for Thursday, and it kind of ties in over the week. And let's see if there's anything else that is kind of coming through that I'm picking up on. So just a need for peace, to try not to be defensive, especially if you are tied in with the general message, if that resonated with you with this love situation, and it's saying, don't get in this, like, I'm really picking up on the shield is that Nine of Wands, like almost like a defensive, almost like wounded warrior, kind of make sure, you might be a little bit guarded, so just be cautious of that. And I see, some movement, like, or thought of moving towards something, but not necessarily like wanting to take action and thinking about taking action towards something, but let me see, because I need to get to see if there's gonna be, I see the want and need to take action, like a desire to take action. Is this whatever we're taking action on, or thinking about taking action on, are we gonna actually take action on? Again, it's coming up with it's drawing back to money and people again. So it's saying, that there might be someone you may need to look at investing in, like that there might be something money-wise that you do need to invest in, which could be that unexpected expense that I was talking about. It could be, spending, something coming up unexpected that would cause you to spend money. And it was the third time that it came up with people related to money, a money situation. And like I said, I don't get that as you receiving money. It's an outgoing, outflow of money. So it's because every time it's come up in reverse. So I see that as a kind of, it's negative, like as far as money is going to be going out versus coming in. So like I said, I think that it's somebody that's probably wanting to, especially since it kept coming out with people card, that there's probably somebody, either you're going to have to pay money to somebody, or somebody in your family or someone around you needs money, needs a loan, or they have an expense comes up, you're going to have to pay for something, or give give somebody some money. So I have for Friday, my throat just got almost like a hairball. Friday, a little bit of a fun energy, which is really good, I love seeing when we get in those good energies. So like I said, this week it looks like it's a little bit of just kind of having days where we're a little bit like in our head, thinking about things, analyzing things, probably in this, this more analyzing energy, because that was the overall energy. Is that being that wizard of analyzing or awareness, wizard of awareness and being aware, and so I think that's going to cause us like these little kind of dips and bumps here and there of like, we've seen like good days, bad days, as far as like our mood being mostly good, but with days where we're, probably have a lot on our mind, or we're thinking about things. And especially if this is if something comes up that's an unexpected expense, that could put us, thinking, how are we going to solve this? How are we going to come up with the money? So it looks like there's definitely some socialization that might be coming as we go into the weekend. You might get some communication to go out and have a good time with someone that, you might be wanting to look to ask for advice. I almost see like, if you're not asking this person out, like to go out, not on a date, but go out to have, like meet up for coffee or a drink or something so that you can get advice. I see you meeting up with somebody, communicating and asking someone out or to meet up to talk to them to get advice on a situation, which I'm really feeling is the advice, like getting advice around whatever this money situation that keeps coming up all week, is what I'm really feeling. And I think that it could be even getting an advice on this love situation as well. You know, if that's the case, it could go both ways. And I don't know, it might be for some of you that both are tied together, this love and money, outgoing money. Like if you guys are separated or potentially decide, you know, I don't have cards that indicate, I don't have any cards that indicate like your splitsville on this relationship, but you know, there might be an impact in money. I mean, there is a separation because there is the Five of Cups, or sorry, the Five of Pentacles of being that separation. But there's not, and into a cycle, but I don't see that end of the cycle of the world being the end of the relationship. It's just you guys are separated and a cycle of behavior is ending because of the spying that's gone on. This person is feeling more love. The more they spy, the more they realize that they're causing themselves pain by not communicating and by staying in that energy. They want to change that about the situation, is what I'm really picking up on. And then it looks like for our last day of the week, for Saturday, this is like, I feel like I'm really picking up that this is, I'm feeling almost tired, you know, like this isn't really my yawning card, but I'm really picking up on kind of again, it's like going back to that, you know, maybe getting in a little bit of a negative thinking, a little bit, woe is me, a little bit of negative thinking. And I'm really feeling that we need to be cautious with that this week. So if you end up being in that energy when it comes Saturday, if something happens to, that's going to get us maybe a little bit defensive, that might make us feel like we can't do something, you know, like that we can't do what we're planning on doing. That may get us in that, you know, thinking that we can't do something. And when you think you can't do something, you know, you can start doubting, and doubting is that negative mindset. And I said that's the real important thing, is being cautious about our mindset, because you know, you might find out something that as you're doing, you know, like being in the state of awareness and looking at things and evaluating things, kind of, the real important thing is to really watch your frame of mind. Really try to stay positive and think positively this week. Like I said, no stinking thinking, please. That's what I feel is really important, that wants to keep coming through. And that if you have something, you know, be cautious of anything that you might get caught unawares by an expense or somebody asking for money from you. That might cause you a little bit of stress, a little bit of thinking it over. How do I deal with this situation? And that even goes for this general message, love message too, that came out, you know, the same thing. So I think that's everything that I have. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And if you like this message, if you got anything out of it, please hit that like button. And it just shares your energy with mine, and it helps circulate the video so more people have the opportunity to see it as well. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any feedback and comments, feel free to share them in the comment section below. I'm always I always am willing to get feedback and listen to what you all have to say and try and interact with you. because it would be good to have some feedback. You know, I'm open to listen and to whatever you guys have to say and whatever you want to share with me. I'd love to communicate with you. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a very great week wherever you are in the world. Joy, love, and light. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a great day.